G'day kids, how are all of you at home doing today? Welcome to the newest edition in my video blog. As you may already know, my name is Siobhan, and as always, here are my co-hosts, Mr. Teddy the Ted and Cammy the Camel. Well, today I'm going to talk to you about something just a little bit scary, which is why today's episode is rated PG. So just in case you might get a little bit scared, go grab mum or dad. But today's episode is also about something that's very important for all of you to know, as it is about what happens if you're very, very naughty and mean to others. That's right, kids. Today I'm going to talk to you about the Underworld, or as it is referred to in Greek mythology, Tartarus. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it's like down there and about some of the punishments that some of the world's worst people are going through right now. So that you learn, kids, if mummy or daddy tell you to turn the TV off and do your homework, you better do it or else you'll go down there. Now, we may all have different impressions of what Tartarus or the Underworld may be like, and I know most of us have probably seen Hercules, right? Doesn't look like a very good place to be now, does it? Even Achilles, the greatest Greek hero of all time, who became leader of the Underworld, said to Odysseus that, "I would rather be a slave on the land of another man who had no portion and no great livelihood than to rule over the shades of the dead." Now we are going to move on to the first of the worst offenders of all time, the infamous Sisyphus. As you can see, Sisyphus was commanded by the gods to push a huge boulder up a hill for all of eternity. Now Sisyphus was quite the cunning trickster back on his day on earth. He stole from his own brother the throne and betrayed the gods' secrets. Now, as you might imagine, this didn't make the king of gods Zeus too happy at all, and he ordered Thanatos to chain Sisyphus down in Tartarus. However, Sisyphus escaped by tricking Thanatos into testing out the chains on himself. All the while Thanatos was chained down in the underworld, no one on earth could die, until Ares freed him and sent Sisyphus back down to Tartarus. However, Sisyphus escaped again when he told the gods that his wife had not buried him properly and he wanted to go back and take care of his own funeral arrangements. However, he didn't return until he was dragged back down there by Hermes. The gods were very fed up with Sisyphus and his actions, and Zeus ordered him to push the boulder up the hill for all of eternity. And when he should reach the top, it would only roll back down again, causing him endless frustration. Sisyphus was doomed to an eternity of this frustration by overstepping the boundaries and tricking the gods. What's that I hear? Oh, it's our friend the word bee. What's that word bee? That's right. The word Sisyphean comes from this tale and is used to describe pointless and repetitive tasks. Now I'm going to talk about Tantalus, and his punishment is something that I'm sure we can all relate to. Now kids, have you ever been hungry? I mean really, really hungry. I know I have. Well, that's something Tantalus has to deal with in and out for the all of eternity.
I'm so hungry, I'm so hungry. Oh, I'm so thirsty as well, so thirsty. Oh, water. Oh.
Now, Tantalus was a mortal who was lucky enough to be invited to Zeus's table in Olympus. However, he was a very rude dinner guest, and he stole the gods' special foods, ambrosia and nectar, and brought it back to the other mortals on earth. The gods weren't too happy about Tantalus betraying their secrets, so Tantalus offered up his son Pelops as a sacrifice. However, this didn't trick the gods, who were horrified at his actions quite rightly. Luckily, they brought the boy back to life again. The gods, however, were very not happy with Tantalus about this, so they sent him down to Tartarus, where he was to stand in a pool of water next to a tree full of fruit which had very low branches hanging by him. However, every time Tantalus got hungry and went to reach for the branches or some fruit, then the branches would detract away from him, so he could never reach it, so he was forever hungry. Whenever he also went to get a drink of water from the water beneath him, the water would detract and shrink away, so he could never get any. So there he stands, forever hungry and thirsty. What's that? Wow, it's our friend the word bee back again. You know what that means. What's that word bee? That's right. Tantalus's punishment of eternal temptation is where the word tantalize comes from. Now last but certainly not least is Orion. The tale of Orion is very relevant to our environmentally conscious times. There are many different accounts of Orion, including the one where he got sent to the stars to become the constellation known as Orion's Belt. However, Odysseus sees him during his visit to the Underworld, where he says, "Next I discerned huge Orion, driving wild beasts together over the field of Asphodel. The very ones that he once had killed on lonely mountains, he grasped in his hands a mace of bronze, never to be broken." This account legend says that Orion was so proud of his hunting skills that he would boast all the time about his ability to kill anything, even all the animals on Earth. Now, Mother Earth, or Gaia, wasn't too happy about this, so she sent a scorpion to kill the arrogant hunter who had threatened to kill all of her creatures. In the Underworld, Orion remains, tending to all the beasts he had killed on his time. Alrighty kids, I think that's all we have about time for today. That's right, you know what it means as soon as Cammy starts singing, that means it's bedtime. I'll just put him away to bed, 1 second. Now, what have we learnt today? We've learned a few lessons from the gods and how people can get punished. So we've learned that you shouldn't give away people's secrets, shouldn't be a rude dinner guest, shouldn't always be trying to trick those people who are above you, including your parents, and also try to be environmentally conscious and try not to kill all the animals. So thank you for listening today, children, and I hope you've learned a few lessons about how to be a better person. Bye for now.